Government designated year to visit Gangwon-do. Where the four seasons greet you. Proud host of the International Music Festival and School.
Step into Gangwon-do. Step into nature.
Gangwon-do is our hometown.
자, 이 말을 영어로 한번 해보시죠.
우리는 믿어야만 해? We should trust the decision. We should trust the decision. We already made. We should trust the decision we already made. 아, 생각 단위로 끊어서 영어식 어순으로?
생각 단위 영어 학습법 월간 잉글리시 라이프.
끊어서 하니까 영어가 되네?
강의하죠.
날씬한 게 좋아요.
무선 인터넷은 자유롭게.
색깔도 스타일도 따져야죠.
DVD 콤보는 기본.
이렇게 얇고 가볍다니?
다른 노트북 필요 있나요?
DVD 콤보를 장착하고도 너무나 얇다. TG35 노트북. 인텔 센트리노 모바일 기술 탑재 드림북 AM TG35 컴퓨터.
I'm your host, Peg Young. The visitors of the summer, heat and high temperatures as well as rain are friends here in Korea, but we cannot dismiss the typhoon. Typhoons used to be named by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center in the U.S. However, since the year 2000, it has been a delegation of 14 Asian nations. We had the visitor Dianmu in Korea, and it's caused a lot of damage. Dianmu is a Chinese goddess for thunder and lightning. We hope that we have no more damaging typhoons this year in the summer. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. It's great to have you on our stage. We have Hotboyz, Scott Erdman and Steve Hubrecht. So what's Hotboyz?
Two single bachelors. Ladies, give us a call.
We're going to have many hits on our website. So Hotboyz is you, right?
It's Steve. It's Steve.
All right, well, welcome Hotboyz. Going against the Hotboyz team, we have the Buddier team, Kim Mi-young and Ha Kyung-young. And Buddier is a word you coined yourselves.
Yes, we've been friends for long, and we think to be on TV show together make us our friendship stronger. That's why we made up words Buddier. Yeah.
All right, so we have Buddier and Hotboyz. Good luck to both teams. Let's get on with our game. We open with 10 multiple choice questions. We'll give you one chance to use. That means we'll take things easier. 2 incorrect choices will be removed from your list. And Hotboyz, you get to choose first. Q, U, I, or Z.
Take I, please.
Going with question set I, number 1. Of the following, which country is not correctly associated with its capital city? 1. Korea, Seoul. 2. New Zealand, Wellington. 3. Canada, Montreal. 4. Hungary, Budapest.
3.
And what is Canada's capital?
Capital Canada is Ottawa.
And going to question 2. Of the following, which one is not the nephew's name of an animation character, Donald Duck? 1. Huey. 2. Dewey. 3. Joy. 4. Louie.
3. Joy.
And this is a tough game, isn't it? Very easy beginning. You have yet to use chance. And we go to question 3. Of the following, which is not a musical notation? 1, 2, 3, 4.
That would be 3.
Going to question 4. Of the following, which person said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country"? 1. Abraham Lincoln. 2. John F. Kennedy. 3. Winston Churchill. 4. Adolf Hitler.
2. John F. Kennedy.
Going to question 5. Of the following, what is the name of the first privately financed manned space flight carried out on June 21st this year? 1. Air Force One. 2. Space A. 3. Spaceship One. 4. Space Force.
Chance it, please.
All right, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And now, Hotboyz, you have to choose.
3. Spaceship One.
Good guess. And question number 6. Of the following, what is the name of the 9-headed monster in Greek mythology that grew 2 for every head that was chopped off? 1. Hydra. 2. Medea. 3. Medusa. 4. Scylla.
1. Hydra.
Yes. Question 7. Of the following, which fruit is a cross between a tangerine, a grapefruit, and an orange? 1. Ugly. 2. Nectarine. 3. Mandarin. 4. Mango. You've used chance. We need you to make a final choice. Hotboyz, your answer, please.
Nectarine. Yeah.
Nectarine.
Actually, it is the ugly. That is the combination of the 3 plants, 3 fruits. Hotboyz, you end this section with 60 points on the board. We have lots of the quiz ahead. And Buddier, it's your turn. You get to choose Q, U, or Z.
Q, please.
Going with question set Q, number 1. Of the following, which national holiday in Korea is not correctly paired with its date? 1. Constitution Day, July 17th. 2. Independence Day, July 4th. 3. National Foundation Day, October 3rd. 4. Independence Movement Day, March 1st.
2.
Of course, Independence Day, July 4th would be the U.S. In Korea, it is August 15th. And Buddier, we're moving on to question 2. Of the following, Garfield is what kind of animal in the Garfield comic strip? 1. Chicken. 2. Lion. 3. Cat. 4. Dog.
Number 3, cat.
Question 3. Of the following, which sport is related to Euro 2004? 1. Tennis. 2. Baseball. 3. Soccer. 4. Car racing.
3. Soccer.
Question number 4. Of the following, which word should fit in the blank of the following quote? Thomas Alva Edison said, "Blank is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. 1 success, 2 genius, 3 leadership, 4 marriage." If you don't know, you could go for chance. Buddier,
2. Genius.
Yes, it is genius. And of the four, success, genius, leadership, and marriage, do you agree that genius would come in?
Maybe.
Going to question 5. Of the following, what was the usage of the Bastille at the beginning of the French Revolution? 1, a prison. 2, a palace. 3, a salon. 4, a battle.
Number 1, a prison.
It was a prison. Question 6. Of the following, which great city was captured by Muhammad II, Sultan of Turkey, in 1453? 1, Baghdad. 2, Mecca. 3, Alexandria. 4, Constantinople. If you're not sure, you can use chance.
Number 4.
It is Constantinople. And with that, Buttier, you have tied the score at 60 with Hotboyz. Moving on to question 7. Of the following, what is the tall white hat worn by chefs called? 1, fedora. 2, toque blanche. 3, Panama. 4, mortarboard. Mortarboard.
You want to use chance?
All right, you'll use chance. We'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And please make your final decision, Buddy or team. We need your answer.
Number 2.
Yes, it is the toque blanche. Question 8. Of the following, who did not die on their birthday? 1, William Shakespeare. 2, Franklin D. Roosevelt. 3, Ingrid Bergman. 4, actor John Banner.
Number 1, Shakespeare.
Actually, he did die on his birthday. It is Franklin D. Roosevelt who did not. And Buttier, you end this with a 10-point lead, 70 points on the board. And now we've come to our password category. One partner will try to get the other partner to guess the word that is on the board. You cannot use any words or phrases that we give you on the board unless it is in parentheses, but you can do anything else. Hotboyz, are you ready? It's your turn. And you have a very fun category, friends.
We do. Looking forward to it.
Are you a big fan?
I'm a huge fan.
And were you very crushed that it ended?
I was. Should have gone on for another 10 years.
And are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Okay, this is the kind of show that Friends is.
Sitcom.
Yes. So, this is the actor who plays Rachel.
Jennifer Aniston.
This is the name of the TV network that carries the show.
NBC.
This is the town in the U.S. that the Friends live in.
Manhattan.
Larger.
New York.
Yes. So this is the name of the coffee house. They hang out all the time.
Central Perk.
So this is the year that the show started, 10 years ago.
1994.
So this is the name of the character that Monica marries.
Chandler.
So this is the name of the soap opera that Joey was on.
Days of Our Lives.
So this is the field that Ross works in at the museum.
Paleontology.
So, and this is the name of the little girl that Rachel has with Ross.
Emma.
So this is the name of the actor who plays guitar.
Phoebe.
So this is the name of the guy who works at Central Perk who's in love with Rachel.
Gunther.
So this is the name of Phoebe's hit song.
Smelly Cat.
So Phoebe carried these in her for her brother.
Triplets.
So this is the name of the fashion company that Rachel works for.
Dior.
So, it's also sport. Ralph Lauren.
Polo.
So, pass. So this is the ceremony where you go if you win something for being on TV. Not the Academy, but the
Oscars.
Starts with E.
could tell you watched a lot of Friends. You didn't go for Emmy Awards, which the show has won. And you skipped Joey's famous line.
I didn't know how to attack that one, so wanted to move on.
Well, yes, how are you doing? I didn't do it right, but would you like to take a go?
We'll pass on that too.
All right. You want to maintain your Hotboyz image, is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
Trying desperately.
You've got 210 points on the board. And Buddier, it's your turn. Your category is world famous Koreans. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Nobel Peace Prize.
김대중,
Inventor of Hangul.
정대환,
Famous in Japan. B.
안정환,
Japan. Singer.
노아,
Baseball player. Texas Rangers.
박찬호,
Composer. Trio.
정명훈,
Soprano.
조수미,
He's a coach. Football coach.
히딩,
C.
차범근,
Ballerina.
강수진,
Video artist.
백남준,
Ice skater.
김동성,
M.
M, 문,
Pass. 현대. Founder of 현대.
정주영,
Pass. Old boy.
첼시 최민식, 박찬우,
Pass. Turtle ship.
이순신,
Pass. Pass. The Hollywood Bowl. Violinist.
장영주,
Stem cell.
하우서,
무궁화꽃 피었습니다. LL.
이소,
You passed on a few. You went through the list pretty quickly. And Michelle Wee is a golfer in the U.S. You have 220 points, and you maintain your 10-point lead, Buddier team. Now let's welcome Mr. David Hwang with the questions.
Hey, Young, how are you?
All right, how are you?
I can't complain. And you know something? That was two very, very impressive rounds. By the way, Buddier, do you guys have boyfriends?
No.
Oh, is that right? Well, Buddier. Hotboyz? Hotboyz, Buddier. I'm now the MC matchmaker. Anyways, though, it's a match made in Contenders heaven. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, though, I just want to introduce the rules to the next section, if you don't mind. The next section is a round of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to answer will get the first chance to answer. Now, if that team gets the question wrong, the chance will be given to the other team. Now, if both of you guys can't figure it out, we're going to help you out with the help of a spelling hint. There's 15 questions in all, 30 points per question, 5 seconds to answer each one.
Let's have question one.
Question number one is about animal. An Iranian newspaper has reported the controversial story of a woman who claims...
Buddier.
A frog.
It says she gave birth to a frog. What do you think of this? Giving birth to a frog?
Freaky.
Yeah, it's pretty frightening, isn't it? Going to question two.
Question number two is about station. This station is planning an Arab language TV channel that would offer news and discussion programs 24 hours a day across the Middle East. If it is given the go-ahead...
Buddier.
Al Jazeera,
Hotboyz, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
If it is given the go-ahead, it could potentially offer an alternative to satellite stations such as Al Jazeera. It is the first and the biggest broadcasting organization in the United Kingdom. What is this?
Hotboyz.
BBC.
Yes, it is the British Broadcasting Corporation. And Hotboyz, once again, it is just 10 points between you and Buttier's lead. Moving on to our next question.
All right, question number 3 is about science. The secret cause of this has finally been solved. The blame can be laid at the door of 2 strains of fungus that grow on every scalp. Their waste products irritate the skin of sufferers.
Hotboyz.
Dandruff.
And Hotboyz, you're in the lead now. We move on to our next question.
Back and forth. Question number 4 is about sports. Recently, this person testified that he used human growth hormone and an undetectable steroid last year. He said in a newspaper that the man at the center of a San Francisco Bay Area steroid ring also supplied Barry Bonds with performance-enhancing drugs. This athlete set a world record of 9.78 seconds in the 100 meters in 2002. Who is this person, one of the fastest men in the world?
Hotboyz.
Maurice Green.
Buttier, 5 seconds. Buttier.
Michael Johnson.
Let's take a look at the hint. 100 meters 2002, 9.78 seconds. Hotboyz.
Montgomery.
Yes. And Hotboyz, you are increasing your lead, but Buttier, it's a very close game. Moving on to our next question.
Question number 5 is about economy. India has finally agreed to launch this much delayed this. This at a rate of 12.5% will come to effect on April 1st next year in what analysts say is the biggest reform of Indian public finances in 50 years. It is a government levy on the amount that a business firm can add to the price of a commodity during the production and distribution of a good. What is this?
Let's take a look at the hint. Hotboyz.
Tax.
Buttier, 5 seconds. Buttier.
VAT.
Yes, it is the value-added tax. And Buttier, you are catching up 280 versus Hotboyz 300. Very close game. Moving on to question 6.
All right, question number 6 is about technology. Users are being told to avoid this until Microsoft patches a serious security hole in it. The loophole is being exploited to open a backdoor on a PC that could let criminals take control of a machine. What is this very popular web browser from Microsoft for Windows and Macintosh?
Buttier.
Explorer.
Yes, it is the Internet Explorer, or IE. And Buttier, you've now got the lead, 310 versus Hotboyz 300 points. Moving to question 7.
All right, question number 7 is about country. A reporter said that more than 2 million rural people in this country will need food aid in the next year. The survey carried out in April contradicts another claim that the country will be able to feed itself. President Robert Mugabe has forecasted a large harvest.
Hotboyz.
Zimbabwe.
The Republic of Zimbabwe. And Hotboyz, you're in the lead, 330 versus Buttier's 310. And question 8.
All right, question number 8 is about music. Just months after annulling her quickie wedding to a childhood friend, this pop idol is ready for another trip to the altar.
Hotboyz.
Britney Spears.
She's engaged to marry her boyfriend, who's a dancer, Kevin Federline. Moving to question 9.
Question number 9 is about structure. This structure has defied gravity for more than 800 years, but now Italian authorities are afraid.
Hotboyz.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yes. It leans at a very dangerous angle. And Hotboyz, have you visited there?
I have actually, yes.
And, well, the aim of most of our players is to get to Europe. Is your plan the same?
Oh, most definitely.
Certainly is.
Would you be taking a look at Pisa again? The
I'd go
tower?
back again.
I'd like to see it for the first time.
Me too.
Now, Buttier, how do you feel about this?
Yeah, you want to
Same
go there.
thing.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a challenge here. It's a very close game. Buddier 310, Hotboyz 390. Let's move on to our next question.
All right, question number 10 is about person. Recently, this actor has been named as the world's most powerful celebrity by U.S. business magazine Forbes. He earned $210 million in 2003 to take the top spot in the Forbes Celebrity 100. Who is this actor and also the director of The Passion of Christ?
Buddier.
Mel Gibson.
Yes. So Buddier stands at 340, Hotboyz 390. And moving on to question 12.
All right, question number 12 is about city. This city, surrounded by 5 big lakes, was found to be sinking at an annual rate of 15 centimeters. The shocking discovery was followed by news that the land surrounding the airport and some other areas are also showing more than 30 centimeters of annual depression. It was found out...
Hotboyz.
Mexico City.
Yes. And it's due to the overdevelopment or overuse of underground water. Frightening to notice that your capital city is sinking. And Hotboyz, you're increasing your lead. Let's move on to question 13.
Question number 13 is about film. Recently, the original soundtrack of this movie topped the chart at #1 of the complete list of 100 top movie songs published by the American Film Institute. It is a 1939 musical fantasy film based on L. Frank Baum's turn-of-the-century children's story. It stars...
Hotboyz.
Wizard of Oz.
Yes. Over the Rainbow is the main theme song. And moving on to question 14.
Question number 14 is about health. A major research suggests that hormone replacement therapy may increase the risk of developing this. It was thought that the therapy could be used as a treatment to delay or prevent the onset of this. It is the chronic, usually progressive deterioration of intellectual functions.
Hotboyz.
Dementia.
Yes, it is dementia. Now we've come to question number 15, our last.
Our last question, number 15, is about writer. An allegation by a literary group that this writer is not the real author of his plays has been dismissed as nonsense by the Blank Birthplace Trust. The De Vere Society says De Vere, Earl of Oxford...
Hotboyz.
William Shakespeare?
Yeah. And with that, Hotboyz, you get to go on to the finals. Congratulations. Buddier, you said that you wanted to have a stronger friendship out of being on our show. Did it work out for you?
Yes.
Yes,
So all
I
is
hope so,
well.
yeah.
What do you want to say to your supporters?
First, I want to thank my friends for coming here, and we had a great experience. So thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
It was a great game.
And we will be right back after this with the Hotboyz and our Who Are We team. Let's welcome back the Who Are We team. It's great to see you again, Who Are We team, Richard Modecki and Hannah Kim. This is your try at number 3 in a row. It's pretty tough for you to win the last one. How do you feel about coming back?
We feel good.
Yeah, definitely.
And Hotboyz, well, you've got a challenge. What are you going to say back?
We're ready. Bring it on.
All right. Good luck to Who Are We and Hotboyz. Let's begin our final section. We'll be giving you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each, ranked in difficulty 10 to 50 points. You get to choose the next question if you get the previous question correct. And what are today's categories?
All right, today's categories are Border for One, Good Idea, Short Lives, Disasters, and Art News.
And we'll begin with Border for One, 10 points. This country is split in two by its main river, the Tagus, or Tahoe. To the north, the landscape is mountainous, though the country's highest point is Mount Pico in the Azores, which is a group of islands. The south, down to the Algarve, features mostly rolling plains, and the climate here is somewhat warmer and drier than the cooler and rainier north. What is this country? Hotboyz.
Spain.
It is your chance to answer, who are we, and I will finish the question. Bordered by Spain to the north and east, and the Atlantic Ocean to the west and south. Who are we?
Portugal.
It is Portugal, and Euro 2004 currently takes place in Portugal. Who are we? You get to choose.
Border for One for 20.
Border for One, 20 points. This island itself has been inhabited for about 9,000 years. It claimed independence in 1920 after hundreds of years of violent repression, penal laws, and various failed rebellions. The border was drawn in 1921 when the 26 countries in the southern part of the country broke away from the UK to form a free state, while the 6 counties of the northern part remained as a part. Who are we?
Ireland.
Yes, it is the Republic of Ireland. And Hotboyz, you're going to have to take a chance and buzz in quickly to go against our previous winners, the Who Are We team. Who Are We, you get to choose.
Border for One for 30, please.
Border for One, 30 points. This country and the Dominican Republic share the island of Hotboyz.
Haiti.
Hispaniola in the Caribbean.
Way to take our advice.
And you've evened the score with that one, Hotboyz. 30 points across the board, and you get to choose.
Border for One, 40 points.
Continuing with the same category, Border for One, 40 points. This country is bound by the Atlantic Ocean to the west, Mauritania to the north, Mali to the east, and Guinea-Bissau to the south. Gambia forms a virtual enclave within the country, penetrating more than 300 kilometers inland. This country and Gambia entered Hotboyz.
Senegal.
Into an agreement in 1982 to do away with the border and unify. Republic of Senegal is another answer we would have taken. And Dakar is the capital city. Islam is the dominant religion of this country, and it came to the region first in the 11th century. Hotboyz, you are in the lead and you get to choose.
Let's go for Border for One for 50.
Closing the category, Border for One, 50 points. This country lies on the northern coast of the island of Borneo. It shares the island with Malaysia and Indonesia. Hotboyz.
Brunei.
Yes, it is the Sultanate of Brunei. It only borders Malaysia. It is an oil-rich country located on the island of Borneo. And Hotboyz, your
Disasters for 10, please.
disasters, 10 points.
About 60 million people died in Europe from this disease. In the 17th century,
Who are we?
The plague.
Hotboyz, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
mostly during the period of the 30 Years' War between 1618 and 1648. Edward Jenner developed this vaccine by using cowpox fluid. His first inoculation...
Hotboyz.
Smallpox?
Yes, it is smallpox, the highly contagious disease. And Hotboyz, you get to choose.
Disasters for 20 points, please.
Disasters, 20 points.
In this 1987 movie, actor Lou Diamond Phillips dies, as does some other musical stars, when his plane crashes disastrously.
Who are we?
La Bamba.
Yes. Real-life events of the rock star Richie Valens was the focus of the movie. And who are we? It's good to see you on the board. You get to choose.
Disasters for 30.
Disasters, 30 points.
The first test of this in 1952 was as powerful as the total of all the bombs dropped on Germany and Japan.
Who are we?
Hydrogen bomb.
We would have taken H-bomb as well, or the thermonuclear bomb. Isotopes of hydrogens combine under extremely high temperatures to form helium, and hence we have the hydrogen bomb. Who are we? You're gaining, you get to choose.
Disasters for 40.
Disasters, 40 points.
An earthquake whose epicenter was 100 miles away from Anchorage, Alaska, buckled and cracked the sidewalks of that city in 1964. It made the land rise and fall visibly over an area estimated at 80,000 square miles. A tsunami resulting from the earthquake destroyed sections of Valdez, Alaska, and Crescent City, California. The day that the earthquake occurred.
Hotboyz.
Good Friday.
It is celebrated by Christians before Easter or Tasha. And Hotboyz, you get to choose.
Disasters for 50.
Closing the category, disasters, 50 points.
This disaster started in Pudding Lane at the house of the baker of King Charles II. It is likely that the fire started because he forgot to extinguish his oven before retiring for the evening. Sometime shortly after midnight, smoldering embers from the oven set alight some nearby firewood. At the end, the fire consumed some 13,200 homes and 87 churches. Among them was St. Paul's Cathedral.
Hotboyz.
The Great Fire of London.
Yes, it happened between September the 2nd and 5th in 1666. And Hotboyz, you get to choose.
Good idea, 10.
Good idea, 10 points.
Jacob Davis, a Nevada tailor, came up with the idea of placing metal rivets on the denim at the points of strain, such as on the pocket corners and at the base of the button fly. Since he did not have enough money to purchase a patent, he wrote to Levi, suggesting that...
Who are we?
The zipper?
Hotboyz, it is your chance to answer, and he will finish the question.
He wrote to Levi suggesting that they both go into business together. After Levi accepted Jacob's offer in 1874, he and Levi Strauss patented the process and this was born. What are these called?
Hotboyz, 5 seconds. Hotboyz?
The 501s. Levi's 501s.
Who are we?
Overalls?
Hotboyz, 5 seconds. Hotboyz.
Jeans?
Yes, it is the blue jean. You all went for the lines, the Levi Strauss blue jean.
Whatever. Anyways, though.
The designs.
What would the world be without blue jeans, by the way?
Sales are down, however, I noticed.
Really?
Yes. And so, what would you like to have next, Hotboyz?
Good idea for 20 points, please.
Good idea, 20 points.
Ives W. McAfee devised this device first in 1869. He called his crank-operated machine the Whirlwind. James Spangler of Canton, Ohio invented the first functioning electric this in 1907. It was built by the Hoover Company of New Berlin, Ohio, who rolled out their first electric model.
Hotboyz.
Vacuum cleaner.
Yes. In 1908. And Hotboyz.
Good idea for 30.
Good idea. 30 points.
You're on a roll. Here we go. 30 points. An unemployed architect, Alfred M. Butt, invented this game in 1931, but he could not settle on a name. He called his diversion Lexico, It, and Crisscross, but made only a few for sale. He and his partner, James Burnot, did not produce the games to be sold until 1948. It is a board game in which players use 100 tiles.
Hotboyz.
Monopoly?
Who are we? Who are we?
Scrabble.
Yes. James Bruno changed the name of the game to Scrabble and sold the sets to, among other customers, Macy's department store, which created a demand for the game. The name Scrabble is a trademark of Hasbro, the company, the toy company. And who are we? It is good to see you on the board. You get to choose.
We'll take art news for 10.
Art news, 10 points.
Hello, Contenders. It is great to see you all. I am Lee Hwaik of Lee Hwaik Gallery. What section do you usually turn to first when reading a newspaper? It is true that people usually turn to the section that they are most interested in first. For me, because of what I mainly do for a living, I read the arts or culture sections first. Now, the questions we have today are all related to arts. Let's check them out. Last May, this statue's artwork has just undergone the most thorough and...
Who are we?
Michelangelo's David.
Yes, it is the 500-year-old statue by Michelangelo. The cleaning was started in September, and it was the first cleaning it had in 130 years. It was a very controversial issue. And who are we? You get to choose.
Art News for 20.
Art News, 20 points.
This year marks the 100th anniversary of this person's birth. In celebration to this...
Who are we?
Salvador Dali.
He is the Spanish Catalan painter. His work is noted for the striking combination of bizarre, dreamlike images with excellent draftsmanship and painting skills influenced by the Renaissance masters. And who are we? Which section do you turn to first in the newspaper?
Front page, definitely.
Well, yes, after the front page.
Well, I don't know, I guess sports.
There you go. By the way, though, I think there's a Dali exhibit going on right now
all
at
over the
the Seoul Arts Cultural Center here. So go check it out if you have a chance.
And who are we? You get to choose.
Art News for 30.
Art News, 30 points.
On today's street, the colorful clothes with various patterns are fast becoming a new trend. In spring, flower patterns were top sellers, but recently, something different has been emerging. Along with the patterns of Renaissance art, the geometrical patterns and unique character T-shirts influenced by this art form are selling out fast. It is one of the most important artist movements of...
Who are we?
Cubism?
Hotboyz, it is your chance to answer. She'll finish the question.
Century. This had not only influenced the work of subsequent artists, but also had an impact on commercial, graphic, and fashion design. What is this?
Hotboyz, 5 seconds. Hotboyz.
Impressionism?
The artists of this group are mainly Americans, including Lichtenstein, Warhol, and especially famous items were Andy Warhol's literal paintings and silkscreen prints of soup can labels, soap cartons, soft drink bottle rows, Marilyn Monroe. We call this, when many people like something, what do we say? Who are we?
Pop art.
And who are we? You get to choose.
Art News for 40.
Staying with the same category, Art News, 40 points.
The 3 months long exhibition opening this July will be the best and the biggest one by this artist. They are exhibiting 130 pieces of his work from 1910 to 1970. Among his exhibited works is the piece titled Above the City that has never been shown in Korea. This Russian-born French painter was distinguished for his surrealistic inventiveness.
Hotboyz.
Cézanne?
Who are we? It is your chance to answer, and she'll finish the question.
As one of the most significant painters of the 20th century. Who is this?
Who are we? 5 seconds. You're out of time. The chance to answer is open to both teams now. Look at this. Hotboyz.
Renoir?
Who are we? 5 seconds. Marc Chagall. Why don't we go with short lives? 10 points. This historic figure reigned during the 14th century BC. During his reign, powerful advisors restored the traditional Egyptian religion and art style after the death of Akhenaten. Who are we?
King Tut.
Yes, or Tutankhamun. Probably a brother of the Smenkhare, or son-in-law to Akhenaten, who died at the age of 18. And who are we?
Short lives for 20.
Short lives, 20 points. Actor James Dean appeared in several uncredited bit roles in such films as Sailor Beware. He gained recognition and success in 1955 in his first starring role, that of Cal Trask in East of Eden, for which he received an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor in a leading role. However, he died young in a fiery car crash in 1956, before this film was released. Hotboyz.
Rebel Without a Cause.
Who are we? It is your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. What is this movie that also stars Elizabeth Taylor and Rock Hudson? Who are we? 5 seconds. We've talked about him recently on the Contenders, about the man who finds oil. Who are we?
Giant.
Just wouldn't come to mind.
I saw the movie poster somewhere and I knew it, but I just couldn't.
You better thank Eun-young for that one.
And who are we? You get to choose.
Short lives for 30.
Short lives, 30 points. This person is also known as Lady Rebecca by the English and Matawaka by her parents, which meant mischievous one. This young lady, who are we?
Princess Diana.
Hotboyz, it is your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. This young lady passed away at the age of 22 in Gravesend, Kent, in England, where she had resettled to live with her English husband, John Rolfe. She was supposedly the first Native American to have converted to Anglicanism. Who is she? Hotboyz, 5 seconds.
Pocahontas? Pocahontas?
Yes. Another Disney animation film title character. And Hotboyz. Choose.
Good idea, 40 points.
Good idea, 40 points.
For 40 points, the invention of the thermometer is attributed to Galileo Galilei, although the sealed thermometer did not come into existence until about 1650. The modern alcohol and mercury thermometers were invented by this German physicist, who also proposed the first widely adopted temperature scale, named after him.
Who are we?
Fahrenheit.
Yes, it is Gabriel Fahrenheit. 32 degrees Fahrenheit is the freezing point, 212 is boiling point for standard atmospheric pressure. The Celsius scale was devised by the Swedish astronomer Anders Celsius. And who are we? You have just 40 points between you and Hotboyz' lead of 280 points. You get to choose.
Short lives for 40.
Short lives, 40 points. This American musician died at the age of only 27. Who are we?
Aaliyah.
Hotboyz, it is your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. In 1970, but not before burning a few guitars and leaving the impression. Hotboyz.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yes. The most important electric guitarist in the history of popular music. Success came with the follow-up to the incendiary original Purple Haze, whose heavily distorted guitar sound would be highly influential for the next 20 years in the ballad The Wind Cries Mary.
You know, I think that, you know, people with short lives, it's a tragedy all around, but particularly for Jimi Hendrix, who, I mean, he would be alive right now. He wouldn't be that old. I mean, he revolutionized in the short period of time that he played music what the guitar is all about. And I cannot imagine what would have happened more if Jimi Hendrix was around to continue to play music. And it's a shame that we lost him. Anyways.
Yes. Hotboyz, you get to choose.
Good idea for 50, please.
Good idea. Closing the category, 50 points.
Now used in most countries of the world, the French Academy of Sciences devised this in the late 18th century to replace the non-compatible measuring systems used at the time. The scientists' goal was to standardize the measurements.
Who are we?
The metric system.
Yes, the International System of Units, SI, the Système International Unit. And it is based on a unit of length known as the meter. And who are we? You've just 30 points between you and Hotboyz' lead of 320 points. You get to choose.
Art news for 50.
Art news, 50 points.
Just as some disaster is considered an important mark in our history, a tragic accident sometimes is taken as an important turning point in the arts history. On May 24th, the destruction of millions of pounds worth of modern artworks in the London warehouse owned by this art storage company was a devastating blow to the movement known as Street art. The company, one of the world's largest specialists in handling fine arts and antiquities, prided itself on its high standards and customer service. What is this company?
We are looking for one of the world's largest specialists in handling fine arts and antiquities. Who are we?
Sotheby's.
Hotboyz, 5 seconds. The fire there, which is thought to have destroyed more than about 50 million pounds of art, broke out at the storage facility. The place stored priceless works by artists Tracy Emin, Damien Hirst, and many artworks owned by the collector Charles Saatchi. 5 seconds, both teams. Momart is what we were looking for. We have just one question left on the board. However, this question can change everything.
Fairly important.
Hotboyz, you have the lead at 320 points. Who are we? You stand at 290 points. Whoever gets this right will win. Going to Short Lives, 50 points. This poet lived a short but tumultuous life. He abandoned poetry early in life, ending a stormy relationship with a fellow poet. He suffered an amputation before dying in his 30s. He is a French poet and adventurer, renowned among the symbolist movement and for his marked influences on modern poetry. What is the name of this poet who also wrote Le Bateau Ivre, or The Drunken Boat, and the Une Saison en Enfer, or A Season in Hell? Le Bateau. Who are you?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Hotboyz, 5 seconds. He's famous for the scandal with Paul Verlaine. 5 seconds, both teams. Leonardo DiCaprio played his role in the movie titled Total Eclipse. 5 seconds, both teams. And this French poet is Rimbaud. With that, Hotboyz, you win. Congratulations, your first win.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Who are we? You have 2 wins under your belt.
Yeah.
So you walk away winners. What do you want to say to your supporters?
Thanks to everybody. Yeah. Our friends will see you in Japan. So
Yeah.
we're happy we came this far. It was a good game.
할머니 안녕하세요.
She said hello to her grandmother. And with that, congratulations again on your tickets to Japan. Now, Hotboyz, you have marked your first win. How do you feel?
Pumped.
Relieved it's over.
All right, congratulations again on your first win. Another close game, and the Hotboyz wins for the first time. We'll see them again next week. Join us again then. Bye-bye.